Good morning, folks. This is where I live here on Doddbrook Farm, and behind me is one of my friends. This huge patch of bramble, I think it must have got about 4 times bigger since I moved here 10 years ago and started championing it to try and stop it from being cut down, because it's such a wonderful wildlife habitat for the birds especially. You may see robins, blue tits, sparrows flying in there during this video even. So one of the things we did, Rebecca and I, when we moved here, we started naming the places, naming these, especially the wildlife habitat places. We call this one Sparrow Towers because there's so many sparrows in it, and because there's an elder tree in there, which is why it's so tall, the brambles. And when it's raining, I love hearing the sparrows jubilantly cheeping, like they're really enjoying the rain for some reason. So this is Sparrow Towers, and naming it that helps me to build my relationship with it and value it more. But also I can describe it to people when we talk about things. It's like, oh yeah, at Sparrow Towers I saw this today, and that helps us have a kind of communal understanding of the landscape as well. It's also possible to name individual birds. I mean, we obviously name animals and pets, and we give friends, often we can give friends nicknames, and that builds a relationship that's different than the name we gave them, they were given at birth. An area that I'm replanting with trees at the moment, we've named the different parts of that, parts of the Lord of the Rings landscape. So there's Isengard, where there's going to be a barn. There's Mordor, where it's most difficult to walk because of all the brash and mess that's been left by the felling. There's Fangorn, which is quite wild, and there's Rohan, which is quite open and kind of a plain at the top. And it makes it so much easier to tell people where things are when things are named like that in memorable ways. So our invitation for the March 30th call is that you spend some time giving names to the trees, to the bramble patches, to the grassy patches, to the animals, to the birds around you, and see how that changes your relationship with them. Naming your friends, not just being the magpie that nests in that tree, but being Ethelred, the magpie or Hoppy, the magpie that nests in that tree. How does that change your relationship with that bird, with that tree, with that place, as you start to name things? I look forward to hearing about it in March the 30th.